welcome to another video. Thank you for stopping by. It's really lovely to see you again. I'm Sam. If this is your first time here or if you're returning, thanks for being here. You're probably wondering, oh, where did you go? I thought you were planning to post like weekly. Well, truth be told, I'm not even sure if this video is going to get up because I was having some technical difficulties with my computer just basically running out of space. I have an external hard drive and I think I have it set up so that iMovie will, instead of saving anything on my computer's hard drive, will save it all to the external hard drive. So hopefully, because if I can't get it to save that way, then I'm gonna have a major problem. And basically I won't be able to post again until I get a new computer, which is not going to be anytime very soon. So yeah, hopefully you're seeing this explanation, because hopefully you're seeing this video. And I'm sorry that my face is so dark right now. It is Sunday the 24th, almost 10 o'clock at night, but I wanted to just kind of start the vlog off and yeah, basically say this vlog isn't specifically going to be about any particular amount of time or about any particular books or anything. I just thought it would be a good time to vlog because I haven't done it in a while, and also because my room is kind of a mess and it is also the beginning of the year still, and I was thinking maybe I could do a vlog of a week and a half, 2 weeks of me just getting my life into a place where I wanted to be, organizing my room and myself, and all these things. And I'll definitely talk more about these things in detail probably tomorrow and Tuesday, since I'm off on Tuesday, so it'll give me plenty of time to work and clean my room and my space and my mind and just get myself in order. Sorry. I did just finish reading The Dragonbound Chair by Tad Williams. This was a solid 4-star read. I think, like, I definitely want to say more about it when I finish the whole trilogy, which hopefully I will finish before the summertime. I think I'm going to pick up book 2 either late February or early March. I'm so excited. The ending was so good. It gave me major Game of Thrones vibes. It was a fantastic ending, and I think it was really fun too, because I was reading it and one of my coworkers and friends actually just finished it, and that's kind of my motivation for getting to it when I did. Otherwise I don't know when I would have picked it up, but it was really good, really solid fantasy. Like I said, 4 stars. The beginning is really slow and Simon is a little annoying. My friend hates Simon, but I don't feel that negatively about him. I'm so sorry about the lighting, by the way. I'll do better tomorrow. But my next read is Night Train by David Quantick. And I know almost nothing about it. It's blurb by Neil Gaiman, and actually a different coworker of mine recommended it and said he thought I would like it. And he also said that, like, trying to describe it is very difficult, and wow, you really can't see my face, I'm so sorry. And but also it's like not what you expect. It's completely different than anything he'd read, so I'm excited about it. Basically she wakes up in a train carriage and it is full of the dead, and she has no memory of how she got there or who she is, and she is struggling to reach the front of the train. And it says, as she struggles to reach the front of the train through strange and horrifying creatures with stranger stories, each step takes her closer to finding out the train's hideous secret. Next stop, unknown. And so it also gives me major Snowpiercer vibes, and also I'm a big fan of trains. I don't like know anything about them, but I love riding trains, and there's just something really whimsical about trains. And one of my favorite reads of last year was The Silver Arrow, which is a book about a magic train. So trains track with me. So yes, I'm excited to read this. It's like not even 350 pages, I don't think. Yeah, it's like 300 pages, like just barely. So I will definitely be finishing it this month, and it'll probably be the last book that I finish this month, but that is okay. and maybe it'll take me through the reading vlog, maybe not. Well, I'll definitely keep you posted. I do think that my next read is going to be kind of torn. I just picked up Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and I also have The Binding by Bridget Collins, I think is the author's name, and I really want to read that too, but Love in the Time of Cholera is like our Barnes & Noble's first rediscovered classic, that thing we're doing, so I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to read the book. I'm in the mood for something heavy and like classic-y, I guess, and this seems like a perfect opportunity to then be able to talk about the book with customers and whatnot, so I will probably read that next, unless I feel like I really need more fantasy, but I think it'll be nice to take a break after Dragon Ball Trainer and then Night Train. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. Alright, I'm going to go to bed. Well, that's not true. I'm going to go put on some face cleaner and cream and whatnot to help my horrible skin, and then I am going to watch some ASMR videos until I fall asleep, and yeah, and I will probably check in with you guys maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to record a little bit of myself doing some writing stuff, or maybe not. Maybe it'll just be when I get home from work or something. I'll be like, hey, I'm home reading now. We'll see. So you'll see. Alright, can you see me tonight? Alright, so I was planning to maybe get a little more done today, but I ended up staying an extra hour at work and actually closing the store today, just partly because we closed early because there was supposed to be a huge snowstorm, but that actually hasn't come yet, and I don't know if it's going to. Supposedly we're still getting it. I don't know, it's not really snowing right now. That's kind of nice because I do have to run some errands tomorrow, which tomorrow I am off, so that's pretty good. But I ended up closing the store today, and it was my first time closing on my own, so that was really neat, and it went off without a hitch, so that was really nice and sort of an ego boost. Or I think without a hitch. I guess I'll find out if something went wrong. I'm going to be doing some writing, and by that I mean I'm actually going to be learning more about the craft. I have a masterclass subscription, and I've been watching Neil Gaiman's class. I'm probably just gonna do one lesson, maybe 2 lessons, because it is getting kind of late because I did get home late. I try to do this once a week where I just sit and try to learn more about like writing as a craft and an art form, because I think it is really important to keep learning, and I think, you know, reading a lot helps and writing a lot is great practice, but actually hearing someone who's a professional in the field and a talented professional in the field, I think that is very helpful. I think, and I do take notes, and you can't tell, but it's in a field note. I love field notes, and it's also really motivating to like watch them and then be like, yes, I can do this, I know how to do this, I'm a writer too, like that's really nice. So that's what I'm gonna do, record a little bit of me taking one of these classes, and yeah, and then probably tuck in for the night. I did update on reading. I finished Dragonbone Chair. I think I did say that. Yeah, I think I did say that actually. I did finish Dragonbone Chair. I started Night Train by David Quantick, and it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about the main character yet. I'm just about 50 pages in, so I'm not far at all. And I'm not sure how I feel about the main character. I'm liking the story so far. It's just the character I'm having a hard time attaching myself to. So we'll see how that goes. There's definitely a lot of book left for me to start really liking her, or not liking her. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It is Tuesday at like 10 a.m. I let myself laze in bed for a little bit because it's my day off this week. But it's still early enough that I'm gonna get stuff done, so I'm gonna go basically make myself some breakfast and then take a bath because I haven't taken a bath in a while, and I love baths. They're my favorite self-care treat thing that I do. And I can read in the bath, and it's just always so relaxing. And I have a really bad back. It's pretty much like in constant pain most of the time, and there's really nothing I can do about it, especially right now. So baths are just really great for that as well. So I will be taking a bath, and then I will probably do some writing, get some lunch. I think I'm gonna order Noodles and Company for lunch. The snow is not nearly that bad. We were supposed to have like a snowstorm today, and last night and today, but it didn't really happen. Like, there's snow on the ground, but it's not crazy. And maybe I'll record some video of that. Do some writing, and then gonna do a bunch of cleaning. So I guess I'll show you when I do the cleaning, but my room is a mess. I think I talked how this vlog, I really want to focus on just getting my life back together and my room back together, and I'm gonna go more into that when I actually sit down and start cleaning. I have a couple major goals for today. Since it is my day off, I can get a lot more done, and I really want to focus on my closet, which is scary. It's a scary place, so I don't know if you want to see it, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Yes, so that's the immediate plan for this morning. Last night when I was writing, the Wi-Fi actually cut out. I guess it got too cold and it like froze the cords or the wires or something. So I didn't actually finish the video I was watching last night. So I'm gonna do that in addition to what else I normally write on Tuesdays. Tuesdays for writing is kind of my dedicated outlining, planning, letting myself just wander and write whatever I want rather than work on the projects that I have been working on, because if I don't have a day dedicated for this, I find it hard to focus on the projects that I am like trying to focus on. So yes, that's going to be today. Lots of cleaning. Also maybe some budgeting. I got a book on budgeting, so if I do that, I'll definitely record some information about that because I'm really curious to try this new budgeting technique. So yeah. One of the things that I really want to do is just get my life together, and that sounds kind of sad and depressing, but maybe it is. I feel very unmoored and unorganized in my life lately. I also feel like, and this is something that I actually kind of battle with a lot, is like sometimes I feel like I have too much stuff. And I am definitely a collector and a little bit of a hoarder. Like, I have a ton of books, and I have a lot of like collectible acrylic standees, and I have a lot of games, board games and video games, and I have a lot of journals and like all these things. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a lot of stuff, but sometimes I just feel like I have so much stuff that I forget about some of the stuff I have, and I don't like that. It makes me feel like a glutton and messy, and it honestly adds to my anxiety when I'm like, well, I have these things, but I don't even have time to look at these things because of other things. It's kind of like the Netflix sort of conundrum. You log on to Netflix, but there are so many options that you just waste your time looking at your options rather than actually watching something. And that's kind of how my life feels right now. And so I really kind of want to like Marie Kondo things. I have been working on getting rid of books. Slowly, it's happening. I've got like a little pile in my room that hopefully by the end of winter will be completely cleared. I would like that pile to just be gone because it stresses me out. But you know, in a less tangible way, I feel really disorganized money-wise and budgeting-wise. So I picked this up from work. It is Kakeibo. It is the Japanese art of mindful spending.
And I've actually had this on my radar for a little bit, like several months now, and I just hadn't picked it up. But finally things feel like it would be really productive to sit down and try to journal, or not journal, but like sit down and try to like actually keep up with a budget. I really want to move out of my parents' house, my family house, by the end of the year.
Sorry, location change mid speaking. My brother came home and he uses that same table space for like homework and classes and stuff, so I give that up to him and it'll be quieter up here anyways. So what was I saying? Yes, I want to try to move out by the end of the year. I really think it's a possibility. We'll see. Hopefully that's not just me dreaming. Obviously we'll see how things go. If the pandemic will definitely influence that. That's kind of long-term thinking though, but you know, I don't do a lot of long-term thinking money-wise besides just putting some money in savings, and I really want to do more long-term money thinking because I think it's important, because I am an adult and I should take better care of my personal finances. So I picked up the Kakebo book. I'm going to read through how it works and then try to set up for the month. I mean, you're supposed to start at the beginning of the month, but I think I'm going to try to squeeze I guess this is the last week of January and then all the weeks of February in for the first month. I don't know if there's enough pages for that. Hopefully. I haven't actually checked yet. If not, I'll just set it up for February. And so, yeah, gonna record a little bit of this. Then I think I'm gonna go take care of the dishes, and then I guess you can't really see it in the, I'm looking there and you can't see too much of it. That's messy. And I do want to take care of that, but that's probably not today's project. But I have a bunch of clothing on the floor because I just, like I said, my closet's a mess. So we'll definitely be sharing the process of cleaning up my closet at least a little bit. I have one shelf on my bookcase that is full of some junk right now, and I want to clean that off. That's gonna be a little bit of a struggle because there's some big things on there that I just don't know where to put them yet. So those are going to be the tasks to clean after this, and then I'm going to probably spend a majority of the rest of the day reading, maybe get some video games in. I haven't played Hades in a couple days. But, update, so I'm about halfway through Night Train, and I do not know how I did this, but I broke the spine. I cracked the spine. I literally don't know how it happened. I was reading, I was very careful because I know it's been like a floppy spine, and then I turned the page and I'm like, oh wow, it's opening wider than it was. What's this? And then I'm like, how did it crack? I didn't even notice it. So that's cool. But I am on chapter 4 and I have no idea what's going on. But I think I kind of like that. And I mean, the ending is gonna define a lot about how I feel about this book. If I don't like the ending, the book is probably gonna be closer to 2 stars. If I like the ending, it could go as high as 5 stars. We're really gonna see how it all kind of wraps up. So maybe I'll even finish this today, which would be kind of cool. I would actually be very happy if I could finish it today, but I'm not gonna promise that or guarantee it. So, on to budgeting. So, lost some footage, just some technical difficulties. It's okay, mostly it was just footage of me cleaning, so you missed that, but it's clean now and my closet isn't as much of a mess. I was gonna start going through my clothing and putting it like in a donation pile and throwaway pile, like stuff no one's going to want. But I don't really have a box or anywhere to keep that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna try to get a box from work tomorrow, if I remember and have time. And then I can start on that. If I forget or I don't have time, either way, I am going to be spending some time tomorrow doing small things to organize my room and organize my mind and all of that, and I will be vlogging all of that. But I think tomorrow is actually going to be the last day of the vlog, just so that I have time to edit it, and I don't know how long that's going to take because I don't even know if I'll be able to edit it. That'll be fun. But yeah, and the other thing I said that got lost that is kind of important is I have plenty of time. I'm going to go do the dishes after I finish importing all of the video footage, and then I am going to basically just read Night Train until like dinner time. And then after dinner, depending on how far I am with Night Train, either I'll finish it or I will play Hades for a while. So yeah, and I kind of hope I finish it. Like, that would be really nice, I think. When I finish Night Train, I think I'm gonna read Love in the Time of Cholera. I think that's probably gonna be my next read. We'll see. I might have to also do an audiobook of that one because it's a bit chunky and I don't know how fast I'll read through it. So yeah, that's the plan for the night, and I will keep you updated if anything major happens and whatnot. Okay, I'm on the ground and this is the bed, but I was a little lazy and didn't want to get the tripod out, and I wanted to make this quick. So I hope this isn't too distracting, having it in the foreground like this. Yeah, I'm just sitting on the ground. I finished reading Night Train, and I'm gonna give it a 3.5 stars. I considered giving it 4 stars, but I don't know. I think it's a book that's gonna sit with me for a while, just because of a lot of the things that happened in it. It is a sort of dystopian novel, sort of psychological thriller aspects. I think it's gonna sit with me for a while, but I don't know if I would consider it 4 stars. There were a lot of like errors within the book, or maybe not errors, but just like confusing writing, where it would seem like it was tagged that like one person would be speaking and then you, like, the person you thought was speaking would then reply, and you're like, oh wait, no, someone else said this, and it just didn't make sense. The characters were pretty static, but that was okay with me because it was more, it was less about the characters and more about events that had happened to the characters previously, so I was actually okay with that, and I thought that the reveals were pretty solid. That being said, I didn't love any of the characters. I had a hard time attaching to any of them or really understanding them too much. The character I got closest to was Banks, and even then it was really just for a short period where I felt like particularly attached to him, and then he felt very distant. The ending really was very good though. Like, I couldn't look away from the page. I was like, what is going to, like, what's next? And it was less about what's going to happen next, because it's not a very action book, but more about what is going to be revealed next, which I thought was interesting because I don't read a lot of books like that really do hinge on reveals to be interesting, because I feel like that's very hard to pull off a book where it's like, oh, the interesting thing is like the reveals and less about the events happening on the page. And it initially sets itself up to feel very action heavy, but it didn't. And yeah, I liked that, surprisingly. I don't know if I would read anything else by this author. If it sounded particularly interesting, I would definitely pick it up, but I won't really be going out of my way to read anything by him, and I wouldn't be surprised if this book ends up being on hold at some point, even possibly before the end of the year. I'm not gonna like be like, okay, bye right now, but it's not something that I feel like I'm gonna be particularly attached to moving forward. I am glad I read it. I thought it was really unique. I also, well, well, 2 things, I guess. One thing that I realized while I was reading it was that this story, I feel like novel is the wrong medium for it. I think that a video game would be the perfect medium for this story. I think it is built a lot like a video game. In particular, it reminded me of PT, that game, that like playable trailer, that game. It reminded me a lot about that, of like that. Like, that's, if I were going to adapt it as a video game, that's like the sort of style I would use. Yeah, it really gave me those vibes. It also gave me, and this is not surprising, major Snowpiercer vibes. I haven't seen the TV show or read the graphic novel, but I do love the movie. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely very heavy and not like a fun time, but really good. But this is similar-ish concepts. And I don't think that's a spoiler to say, because literally it's a train and the character's world is this train. Like, that's all that she can remember when she wakes up is like her time on the train, which hasn't been very long. The train is a central thing. The world outside is maybe dangerous. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. So similar vibe to Snowpiercer, and yes, similar, interestingly enough, vibes to PT, especially just like the way the narrative works. And I said I might be picking up Love in the Time of Cholera next, but that was a lie. I really want to read that book, especially because it is our rediscovered classic this month, or through the month of February. I'm not really sure how they're staggering it, but I mean, I sat back and I was like, what do I really want to read right now? Like, what do I want to read? And the answer to that is actually The Stone of Farewell, which is book 2 in Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. I just finished Dragonbone Chair. I really thought I would be putting more time between me and book 2, but no, I really want to read book 2 and see what happens. Book 1 ended on a really high point, and I'm really excited. I also didn't mention this, but I was listening to the audiobook of Dragonbone Chair as well as reading the physical copy, and I'll be doing the same for Stone of Farewell, and in large part I actually did kind of miss the audiobook experience. The narrator for Dragonbone Chair was really good, really distinct, really helped with pronouncing character names because they're a mess, and I like being able to listen to it to and from work and just like in my spare time. So yes, Stone of Farewell will be my next read, and I might start it tonight. I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely gonna go take a shower, then play some Hades, basically probably until it's like time to get ready to bed, and then we'll see how I'm feeling. I might read Stone of Farewell for a bit, or maybe I'll listen to the audiobook. We shall see. And you shall see when I pop back in tomorrow, and update you guys again. See you in a few. Hey, I am about to go like wash my face and everything and then pretty much just leave for work. So this will probably be the last vlog um, before tonight when I wrap up. Um, so yes, I am going to start listening to Stone of Farewell on Audible because I don't know. I really missed this story, so I'm glad I'm doing this next. I didn't realize how much I missed it until I was thinking about it. I was like, no, I'll read it next. So, yes, starting that. I have a pretty long shift today, but that's okay. It's gonna be good. And I'll come home, do some writing, do some reading, shower, go to bed. Tomorrow is an early, early day. So I don't know if I'm going to start the next vlog tomorrow or the day after. We'll figure that out. I really wanted to do more cleaning on this vlog, but I didn't. There are some small things that if I have time I might do today, like cleaning off my side table, vacuuming my room, just kind of finishing up cleaning and getting myself organized in that way. But we'll see. That'll be something. It'll depend on my energy levels tonight. I'm always thinking about how I can fit more books in my room and just more book space. And I do really want to get another bookcase. As soon as Billy bookcases come back into stock in IKEA, I will probably order one for delivery if I can because I don't have a car that's big enough to go pick it up. In the summer it's fine because it's a convertible, so I can put the top down and have it stick up a little bit. But in the winter that's not going to work. So I will probably order that. There is enough room for another bookcase. I was also thinking maybe some shelving around the top edge of my room, but I don't 100% know how that would work out. I don't want it to be like dangerous and like risk falling, so I'm not 100% sure how that would work, but I am thinking about it, so we'll see. But that's not something to think about today. There's no brain space for that today. Today's work and doing some other basic stuff and maybe a little bit of cleaning depending on energy levels. So yes, I will see you tonight. Alright, hi, it's Thursday night. Meant to finish this video up yesterday at yesterday evening, and then I was going to export everything, but truthfully yesterday evening was really bad mental health wise. It was pretty regressive, so that didn't end up happening. And in fact, I didn't really end up doing a lot of things that I needed to do yesterday. I tried writing, I got maybe like two sentences done, and I didn't eat anything and didn't really have any water, and I didn't do any skincare, you know, basic take care of myself kind of things. I don't even think I ended up brushing my teeth. Like, it just was a bad night, and that happens sometimes. It's obviously not good. I obviously do what I can to try to avoid it, but it happens. And I thought I'd be open about it, so, but I am wrapping up tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna start recording the next vlog tomorrow. We'll see. I have to wake up early tomorrow for a 7 a.m. shift. I'm opening the store, so that's going to be good. I think it's my first time opening on my own, so that's going to be definitely very, very interesting. But then it'll be the weekend, and I cannot wait for the weekend. I'm working Sunday, but I am off on Saturday, and I'm going to get a lot of reading done. Reading wise, I am reading Stone of Farewell by Kat Williams. I am not super far. I'm a little bit into chapter 4. I am listening to the audiobook as well as reading the physical copy, and the audiobook narrator is phenomenal. Who is the audiobook narrator? Andrew Wincott. He is so good. He is just bringing it to life for me. And it's also really nice because a lot of the names in here are like impossible to pronounce. I did, let me go grab it. I did actually pick up book 3. I wasn't sure if it was going to come in. I ordered it to arrive at work. I guess I've mentioned a couple times. I don't know if I mentioned where I work. I've mentioned that I work, but I don't know if I mentioned where. And I work at a Barnes & Noble, which is a great job. I do love my job. Let me go get it. Book 3 came in. It's a honker. Taken the size of book 2 on like a page. So that's okay. Book 3, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know why I thought it would be smaller, because I know it's one of the longest books ever published. Look at this beast. Look at it. And like, oh, I'm so excited. I've thought about it, whether I'm going to wait to read book 3 or jump in right after book 2, and I think I'm just going to jump in right after book 2. Maybe I'll squeeze The Duke and I in between 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just jump into Green Angel Tower, so we'll find out. I'll definitely keep you updated. But it's a honker. It's so big, and I'll definitely be listening to the audiobook for that as well. I do not know how long the audiobook is. It's probably like 100 hours. Like, I'm gonna check now because I'm curious. The audiobook for Stone of Farewell is 30 something hours, I think. I have like 28 left. Oh, it's 63 hours. As if that's better. But yes, that's really it for updates. Like I said, I'm going to do some writing tonight. I want to try to make decent headway on this chapter, if not finish it. Then I'm going to go to bed because waking up early tomorrow. I wanted to thank you guys for watching and for being here. It's been great to have you along these last couple days. I feel like this wasn't a super exciting reading vlog, but this is me getting back into it. Hopefully the next one will be more exciting. I was gonna say no promises, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Also, hopefully I'm able to actually edit this video. Wasn't able to edit the last one, so we'll see about that. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you are doing well. I hope that you continue to do well until I see you again. And yeah, have a good morning, evening, afternoon. Bye.